27 years of military service, 27 years of physical fitness training almost every single day. Not always under the direct supervision of others. There was reserve time in there, but you always had to maintain a level of physical fitness. I didn't know anything really about physical fitness growing up. In a small town, really the only thing you learn about physical fitness is PE, physical education class. And that's probably something that we all just suffer through rather than adapt to. I didn't really know much about strength or strength training or really physical development. I didn't play any sports. I was not very popular. I grew up in poverty. And when I think back on those years, I think, man, how much better would life been for me if I would have had a little bit more self-confidence, if I would have had a little bit more physical fitness, or if maybe I had started taking jujitsu or some other martial art. I cannot think of a situation that is not improved by a higher level of physical fitness. Certainly the military, certainly sports, obviously. What about the rest of us? What about the other 98, 95% of the population? We go to jobs, we sit at a desk, maybe we work at a factory, or we work in a field, or we're in sales, or we're in some other field. I can't think of a single field or a single career that wouldn't be improved, albeit slightly, by a higher level of physical fitness. So I don't see physical fitness as that hard. It's not really that hard to lift some weights. It's not that heavy. You don't have to be like a bodybuilder, right? Like you don't have to lift 4,000 pounds, but just some type of dedicated time to move your body and to give your muscles some resistance. Like, why is that so difficult for most people? Oh, it's time. Okay. Well, I mean, how much do you sleep? How much time do you waste? We're not on this planet for very long, and I'm more aware of that every single day as my life goes on. I'm 46. My brother died at 48 years old of a heart attack. My mother died at 61. My daddy died of a drug overdose. So I've gotten some very good reminders that life is short, and I'm very much aware of my mortality, as they say. Let's say I only had 2 years left. Do I really want those 2 years to be laid up in a bed somewhere? Do I really want to struggle to climb a flight of stairs? Do I really want to be fat and gross and not attractive? You know, I think that physical fitness heightens or starts things that are very valuable. What would you do if you were more confident? Especially ladies. A lot of ladies are kind of trained to be docile. What if you had the courage and the ambition to ask for that raise? What if you are strong enough to stand up to a bully, maybe a bully spouse, maybe a bully relative, maybe a bully parent, maybe a bully at work? What if you had the physical confidence to stand up for yourself? Or what if you had the physical stamina to do things better for longer periods of time? Everybody can start out doing something really, really great, but do you have the stamina to keep that up over days, weeks, months, hours, years, etc.? We have a stair climber challenge going on right now. Everybody's starting off hot. It's 3 or 4 days. Oh, I'm got my 1,000 floors. What's it going to be like on day 25? I don't know. Do you have the stamina? Do you have the endurance to finish? And whatever that may be, finish strong in your career, finish your day, finish your task, finish your family time. I mean, do you really want to live with a big belly? I'm not judging you. I'm offering you a different way. Physical fitness to me means freedom. You've heard Jocko Willink say, discipline equals freedom. Do you want to have good physical health when you're 60? Do you think that you'll stay 25 forever? You won't. And let me tell you something, study after study proves that it's not your metabolism. Did you know that your gastrointestinal metabolism doesn't slow down until your 60s? So if you're 35 and fat, it's not because your metabolism slowed down, it's because you slowed down. And granted, there's testosterone and some hormones in there too, but it's not your metabolism. It sure as heck is not your metabolism. Don't blame it on something that's not there. You have to take ownership. And what if your ownership of physical fitness cascaded into ownership in other areas? What if you really took ownership for your marriage? What if you really took ownership for your raising of your children? What if you really took ownership of your integrity? What if you stopped cheating on your girlfriend or your boyfriend? What if you stopped cheating on your wife? What if you stopped abusing your children or people in general? What would happen if you did that with your life? Would your life get better? Obviously. Would the world around you get better? What if obesity was just not common? What would you do? What would we do as a society? We would eat better foods for lower prices, and we would pay less for health care. Your health care premiums are based on unhealthy people. This risk sharing, this risk pooling makes us all suffer so that the 400-pound smoker on welfare can keep living with her 8 kids and have 8 or 9 different specialists. You may think I'm joking, but it happens. It's happening right now. But even with those isolated cases, if overall our fitness levels as a society were to improve, we would all reap the benefits from that. And you might think, oh, well, I can't do that. That's not my responsibility. Yes, you can. It is your responsibility. This is the type of grassroots movement that we need. And it doesn't matter who's president. Politics don't matter. This is you. This is you finding a gym close to you and joining the sucker. It is you in Central Missouri coming in here to Peak Point Fitness and letting me show you how to do it. Letting me show you how to get in shape. Providing a plan for you to eliminate the excuses of you not knowing what to do. That's all on your shoulders. You don't have excuses anymore. And so you have to decide. You have to decide what the rest of your life is going to look like. Unless you're terminally ill watching this and you're going to die in 60 days, then you have work to do. If you're already in shape, awesome. That's great. Keep going. Don't let physical fitness be a season in life. Stay with it. And that's one thing I tell some of my clients that are over 30 here, some of the members, like, hey, listen, this cannot be a season anymore. You can't go up and down, up and down, up and down. No, you have to stay because it's going to be harder to get it back every single time that you fall away. So regardless of your occupation, whether it's physically demanding or if it's more administrative, it would benefit you if you were more physically fit. You would have more confidence. You would communicate more clearly. You could operate more safely, and you would just enjoy life better. Just imagine like a renewed intimacy with your partner. Imagine a renewed level of energy with your children. I mean, I've got people in here that can get out of their car without pain. And just 2 months ago, they couldn't do that. I got a guy in here that can finally touch his toes after like 20 years. It may not seem like much, but when those things in your life start falling away or slipping away, then you find out how valuable they are. You've always heard you never know what you have until it's gone. Well, think about mobility. Think about not being able to get in your car. Think about not being able to get off of the toilet. Think about just being able to walk into a store without getting winded. I mean, do you really want to carry a cane? Do you really want to use those electric shopping carts in Walmart? I certainly hope not. That's not to shame anybody that needs those, but dang, man, do you want to be in that group? Do you want to have knee pain and back pain, joint pain? Do you want to have 47 doctors giving you 80 million prescriptions? Is that what you want? Do you want to exist to 70, or would you rather thrive until 75? And I'm not saying that as a gym owner. I'm saying that as a person. Just as a person. You don't have to join here. That's fine. But do some type of physical activity. Do something to get your weight under control. Do something to give yourself a little bit more energy. Yeah, I get it. Walking is great. That's awesome. Get your steps in. That's the foundation. Get your steps in. Get your blood pumping. But go beyond that. Do some resistance training. Get some weights. Pick up something heavy repeatedly every single day. And just kind of watch what happens. Watch what happens to your body. Watch what happens to your metabolism. You would be surprised at how quickly you can enjoy and you can start to get to a new level of enjoyment in life. It happens fairly quick. You got to keep going to keep it, obviously, but your body's going to be changing either way. You decide whether you stay fat and tired or you thin down and get some energy. The choice is yours. So I would just encourage you to do that sooner than later. All right? Take care.